Good morning. We are live on YouTube and welcome to this licensing hearing in relation to the Green Room Bar and Restaurant Limited, Brackley. My name is Richard Woods and I'll be the Democratic Services Officer responsible for this hearing. Our first port of call is to appoint a chair of the hearing. So could I please invite councillors to propose a chair?
I'm Councillor Mike Warren and I'd like to propose Councillor Andrew Kilbride.
Fantastic. Could I have a seconder, please?
I'm Councillor Keith Holland-Denham. I second.
Fantastic. In that case, Councillor Andrew Kilbride has been appointed as chair of the subcommittee hearing, and I'll hand over to the chair.
Thank you, Richard. Welcome everybody to this meeting today. A little bit of housekeeping if we can at the beginning, please. Can I just ask you to turn all your phones to silent or to switch them off, please? And then we'll get straight into the meeting. So is there any declarations of interest by anyone, please?
None, Chair.
No, Chair.
That's none then. Thank you very much. Thank you. And can I just have a quick introduction of everybody, please? I'll just introduce myself. So I'm Councillor Andrew Kilbride and I'll be chairman for the meeting today. And if you can just introduce yourself, please.
I'm Councillor Mike Warren, subcommittee member.
Councillor Keith Holland-Denham, subcommittee member.
I'm Sean Nelson, the manager of the Unicorn.
Joao Silva, owner of Unicorn.
Alan Parr, I'm legal advisor to the committee.
I'm Stephanie Broomfield, a licensing enforcement officer for West Northants Council.
And I'm Nick Sutcliffe, I'm the licensing manager for West Northants Council, South Northants area.
Thank you. Is that everyone there? Is that Theo?
Yeah, hi, I'm Theo. I'm the general manager at the Green Room in Brackley.
Thank you very much, everybody. Have all parties received a copy of the agenda today for today's
Yes.
hearing?
Yeah.
Thank you very much. So you've all seen, have you all seen a copy of the procedure of the subcommittee that we'll be following? And are there any questions or issues that anyone wishes to raise at this point regarding the procedure? Oh, that's enough, thank you. Are there any preliminary issues anyone wishes to raise now?
No.
Thank you. So this hearing is in respect of the aforementioned application for a premise licence. I would like to invite the licensing enforcement officer to introduce the report. Many thanks indeed. Over to you, Stephanie.
Thank you, Chair. Yes, so we're here to consider a licence application for a variation to the premises licence for the Green Room in Brackley. The Green Room at Brackley is a bar and restaurant that currently benefits from a premises licence issued in accordance with the Licensing Act 2003. This covers the sale of alcohol on the premises Monday 10 AM to 7 PM, Tuesday to Sunday 10 AM to 11 PM. Live music indoors, Friday to Saturday 7 PM to 10 PM. Recorded music indoors, Monday 8 AM to 7 PM, Tuesday to Saturday 8 AM to 11 PM. and Sunday 9 AM to 11 PM. A copy of the current licence can be found in Appendix 1. An application for a Licensing Act 2003 premise licence variation was submitted by TGR Bar and Restaurant Limited to West Northamptonshire Council on the 17th of May 2021. The application for the following changes were submitted. And this is the sale of alcohol on the premises Monday to Thursday 10 AM to midnight, Friday to Saturday 10 AM to 1 AM, and Sunday 10 AM to 11 PM. Recorded music indoors, Monday to Thursday, 10 AM to 1 AM, Friday to Saturday, 10 AM to 2 AM, and Sunday, 10 AM to 11 PM. The addition of late night refreshment, both indoors and outdoors, Monday to Thursday, 10 AM to midnight, Friday to Saturday, 10 AM to 1 AM, and Sunday, 10 AM to 11 PM. A copy of this application can be found in Appendix 2. In considering the representations received and what is appropriate for the promotion of the licensing objectives, the steps the subcommittee can take are outlined in paragraph 6.2, which I'll cover in a minute. An application for a premises licence is submitted, and the applicant must display a blue notice at or near the relevant premises and advertise the application in a local publication no later than 10 days after submitting the application. This was confirmed as complied with. The consultation period runs for 28 days from the day after the application was received. This gives all interested parties and the responsible authorities the opportunity to make any representations in relation to the application. We only received 2 no objections, which were environmental protection and the police. The fire made no comment, and the remainder of the statutory responsible authorities didn't respond at all. We did receive objections from the members of the public, and they are attached in Appendix 3. The applicant and interested parties submitting any representations have been invited to attend today. Planning did submit a late response in consultation, just advising of planning restrictions. This information is attached to Appendix 4 and has been forwarded for information. At the end of consultation period, the licensing authority must hold a hearing if relevant representations are received, unless the authority, the applicant, and each person making a representation agree that a hearing is unnecessary. It must take such steps it considers appropriate for the promotion of the licensing objectives, which are the prevention of crime and disorder, public safety, the prevention of public nuisance, and the protection from children from harm. So the steps the licensing subcommittee can take are to grant the license as appropriate if considered necessary for licensing objectives, exclude a licensable activity, refuse to specify a person named as the DPS, or reject the application. And that concludes my report, Chair.
Thank you, Stephanie. Much appreciated. We're now going to hear the presentations from each of the parties. All parties will have an opportunity to make their presentations to the hearing. At the end of each presentation, you will get the opportunity to ask any questions. Please keep the questions only what you have done, only to relevant and what you've just heard. Now, I would like to invite the objectors to make their representations, please. Who's up first, please? Who would like to start?
Did you say the objectors at this point?
Objectors here, yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, I'll go first. I don't mind. João Silva, owner of the Unicorn Hotel. The main concerns we have is I can see a change in the clientele that's going into the green room. We're having a lot of calls at the hotel where residents around the Unicorn are thinking that the noise is coming from the Unicorn. We have rooms along the side of the building which are adjacent to the garden and the wall of the green room. So any late music will have we'll get complaints now, but 1 AM license I think is a bit too much with regards to everyone's got to make a living, and I appreciate that businesses need to change and adapt, but when it comes to affect other businesses, I don't think it's not in the interest of the locals or the business next to it. Listen.
Okay.
Mr. Silver, you can't make representations on behalf of other people by saying if the local community would complain. You can't do that. You can only make your own complaint.
I understand, I appreciate that. What it is though is we're getting
sorry, you can't, Mr. Silver. Sorry, you can't make any other submissions on that point.
Right, okay. Thank you for that.
Thank you. Anybody else back to present the case for objecting?
My name's Sean and I live in the old coach house which backs onto the Green Rooms garden, and the residents of Brewery Walk and I have been suffering from loud noise and disturbance at night time when we're trying to sleep because of loud music and noise coming from the garden. I say we appreciate work people have to make a living, but after 11, 12 o'clock at night, I think that's late enough for people to be outside drinking and partying with music playing.
Okay, thank you very much, Sean. Anybody else? Is it just the two people objecting?
There's no one
Yeah,
else here. I don't
okay,
think.
thank you very much. Okay. Also, are there any questions from the licensing enforcement officer?
No, I have no questions. Thank you, Chair.
And are there any questions from the applicant?
Yes, I have a question on that, on the second point especially. We have a very strict agreement with South Northamptonshire Council in regards to the outside noise that we're allowed to permit. We close outside at 10 p.m. every single day.
So, sorry, sorry, Mr. Benson, can I stop you there? Chair, at the moment, he should be, if he's got any questions of the complainants, he can make his representation
right,
when we
yes.
actually come to that point.
Okay, yeah. Okay, no problem. Well, my question would be, at what day and what point was there ever any music after 10 p.m? Because we have strict measures in place that we close at 10 p.m. outside and there's no music outside.
At the end of the night, when your staff are clearing up and they've got loud music playing, we can hear it
From your house?
in the house, yeah, and in the hotel. And I was talking to local residents who have got up a petition to say that they've recorded the loud music. That's disturbing.
No, sorry, you can't mention the petition at this stage. It's only your complaint. You cannot mention that at all. It has not been made as a submission. You must not mention that.
Okay, but as I say, I'm a resident, and when I finish work and I work long hours, I want to go home and have peace and quiet, or on my day off, I want peace and quiet. And being a resident, it's noisy and I'm not getting the peace and quiet. Working in the hotel next door, I'm getting complaints from customers and having to refund because people are coming away for a quiet weekend and they're not getting what they're paying for.
No, you cannot raise any points made by other third parties. Only your own complaint.
We're making a complaint regarding the business. So the business is our business. So we're making a complaint that the guests are complaining about the business. And I think that's fair, isn't it? I'm not saying X and X said this. We're saying that customers, we have to give refunds now at the times they are now, never mind at 1 o'clock in the morning. Who's going to reimburse us for the refunds?
Thank you. Do you have any evidence to that effect?
That's what I just told you. We have recorded evidence.
Can I ask why that's not been submitted, the recorded evidence?
We only got it yesterday.
From what day?